welcome. So, I'm going to look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Thursday the 19th of June 2025. Our setter today is Izetti, one of the regular setters, couple of puzzles a month. Generally this year they've been in the 13 to 15 minute range. There was one very fast one and there was one very, very slow one that I quit at 45 minutes. It just had impossible words in it. It's a funny old grid, I think. I've not really seen a grid with a kind of T shape in this place here and a double there. But that doesn't really matter too much. Got some good checkers down if we can get one across one down. So I think the best thing to do is just to reset the timer and crack on. Servant followed by worker in ceremony. There's something about an ant there, isn't there? Pageant. Page ant. Conclusion of prayer beginning to affect soldiers. Conclusion end prayer beginning to affect soldiers. Time to join sailor Bill in US. Time tar tab. Yeah, the tab. Okay. Crazy singer who lacks love for Georgia or Irene. I mean, you think that's Gershwin? Why is that Gershwin? Who lacks love? Georgia Ira Gershwin. Guide farm animal. Steer. Discharged with dishonour a bank worker. Something about a teller, I thought. Poor bank worker. Okay, more than one lesser actor runs on field. Under studies, field. Some robot to make base component. Bottom. Nice hidden word. One's behind the times. A very tricky situation. Time for piece of music. Tempo. Canadian city hotel backed by a poet. Edmonton, Ottawa, Toronto. Greek character starts to cherish his independence. Chi or Chai or Kai. Start short communication about independent school. That can't be a note, can it? It is eaten. Assuming it goes in that way. A new poet, quietly, quite slow in movement. A new poet, A-N, poet, quite slow movement. Is it just an anagram of poet? Adagio, andante that is, I think. I don't know what that means really, but bakery, its pies are cooked. Patisserie, nice. Gosh, this is a lovely puzzle so far. What's this, a Gable? Clark Gable, good and competent, yep. Rain and gales upset Africans. Angolans? No. Algerians. Let's go to the Algerians. Let's upset the Algerians. 2 A's, yeah. The car, travelling around old country. Country. The car. Just hang on a minute. What the anagram is for torch. Not coming to it this moment. Residue of something burnt in ash. Burnt in wood. Ash. Residue. Ash. Something burnt in wood. Yeah, I suppose that is a ash, I think, because it's ash tree is the wood, isn't it? I think. Priest with first in theology. One holy person favouring best people. Something. Blah. That's an est. Priest. One favouring is. I don't know. Something est. Imagine priest with first. I think that's a solid. So no, it's an ist there. I think priest with first in theology there. Rev canon cantist. Is that a cantist? Conclusion of prayer beginning to affect soldiers. Army. Not sure about that one. What's this gym apparatus? Leap on it. Mr. Mobile. Trampoline, I think. That looks like a biff. Anagram of Mr. Mobile in some way. Not sure. Leap. Is that a trampoline? Yeah, sleep on it, Mr. Anagram. Wow, okay, the nerd so wickedly. That's an anagram as well. Diminished is... Oh, an ED one. Let's keep going. Pole on ship as a mast in the afternoon, tucked into hot food. We've had these before. In the afternoon, PM, tucked into hot food. So I think it's a PM for a mast. Hot food would be, well, ast. Top mast, toast. Yep, top mast. I've seen that before. Name of a woman with bad breath. Just don't go with breath, isn't it? Bertha. What a great service. Provided when chap keeps company. Man con muscle. Okay. Trendy name for pub is an inn. Nice. Yeah, lovely. Wow, what a great that's an impulse, isn't it? What's behind the is that an impasse? I'm passe, okay. This one more than one less actor. More than one extras, yep. Runs on field, yep. Okay, Canadian City Hell. Oh gosh. Hotel backed by a poet. What is that? This one, the nerd so wicked. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to. I'm still laughing at that. The nerd. So wicked. We'll go to ED. OT. What am I looking for? Diminished. I've got HNRS. Another E. Strothed. Snorted. This one was discharged with dishonour, a bank worker. That's Gershwin, but I don't understand why it's Gershwin, I think. So that makes that the car travelling around old. Country. More anagramming to write down. The car owed. Then I've got rid of TR. No, it's not. It's just the car. There's no O in it. What is it then? Tosh. Thrace, I think that is. I think that's Thrace. Leave that. I like that for a minute. I think it's Ash. To affect soldiers in an army. Conclusion of prayer is an R. Beginning to affect A. Conclusion end. That one I don't know. This one counter. Discharged with dishonour. A bank worker. Maybe that's a counter then. That'd be a U going in there? No. Carrier. Courier. This one down here was the Canadian City. Hotel backed by beer. Now I've got an H in there, so H A my brain is gone on Canadian cities. Montreal, Toronto, Edmonton. The nerds so wickedly. I need to write that out horizontally, I think. Something T, something ED. Shortened, that'll be. Cashier. Okay, cashier. Cashier. I don't understand why that's cashier. But a cashier works in a bank. why that's Gershwin, crazy singer who lacks love for Georgia Irene. Priest with first in theology is a T. One holy person is IST. Favouring priest is prettiest. Prettiest? Doesn't really work, does it? But if that's is priest attributable to PR? Elitist. Eli, okay, there's Eli, good. Conclusion of prayer beginning to affect soldiers. Amen. Very good. So that must be Ash. That must be Gershwin. So that just leaves me. I'm going to put thrice. Just leaves me the Hamilton. Milton. Yeah, 1028. Good. Wow. Okay, there's a lot of good stuff going in there that I'm not entirely sure about at the moment. 1028. Gosh. Right. Let's have a look at that. Let's go through. So yeah, one across. A servant is a page, and a worker followed by a worker, which could be a worker ant, which gives you a pageant, which is a ceremony. The conclusion of prayer is simply Amen or Amen. Beginning to effect is an A. Soldiers are men. It's that simple. That really was a simple clue. Time to join. Time is T. Joining a sailor and an able-bodied seaman ab. Which gives you a tab, which is tab is your bill in the USA. Right, crazy singer who lacks love for George or Ira. Well, George and Ira were Gershwins. I'm trying to think who sang crazy. Give me a second. Okay, well, what a great clue, now I understand it. Okay, so Gershwin is an anagram of singer who, but he lacks love, so take the O off of who and then anagram the other ones. Anagram indicator is crazy. Yeah, good. Which gives you Georgia, Ira Gershwin, who were the composers from like the 30s. To guide is to steer, and a farm animal is a steer. Big oxen kind of creature. Discharge with dishonour. A bank worker. Well, a bank worker is a cashier. Discharge. Again, is that an anagram of cashier with dishonour? Let me have another stare. I'm not entirely sure about this one, but I think to discharge with dishonour is a term for cashier. I think cashier. I think this is a double definition, but I cannot be sure about that. So don't quote me on that first part. Definitely a cashier is someone who works in a bank, although you don't get many of those these days. Right, more than one lesser actor. So the lesser actors are extra. Is an extra, therefore more than one is extras. And if you get runs on the field, they can be extras. Cricket. Bottom is a hidden word across robot to make. Sum is your classic hidden word indicator, and a base component, well, the base component is the bottom. One's behind the times, so one's as in I am, I'm, passé, behind the times, passé. Very tricky situation is an impasse. Time for a piece of music is tempo. Canadian city of Hamilton. Now, I can't tell you much about that city. We've got H for hotel, NATO phonetic alphabet, backed by A, and then Milton, I think he did Paradise Lost, is the poet. We've got the Greek character of Chi, Chai, or Kai, I don't know how you say it, which is an acrostic, as indicated by starts to, of cherish his independence. Got good old Eton Independent School again, which is, if you turn it backwards, is a note. So a short communication is a note turned about. A is in the clue, N for new, and then Dante is an Italian poet. Most famous writing Dante's Inferno, which isn't a poem, but he is definitely a poet. Quite slow in movement is the musical term, and Dante. Let's look at the downs. Bakery. Well, patisserie. Patisserie is a bakery, and that's an anagram of its pies are cooked is your anagram indicator. We've got Clark Gable, the actor from Gone with the Wind, which is almost probably, well, 1938 I think it was. Good is G, and competent is able. Nice simple clue there. Algerians is an anagram of rain gales. Upset is your anagram indicator, and Algerians are Africans. The car, travelling around, so we've got an anagram of the car. Travelling around is your anagram indicator, and Thrace is an old country, which I cannot tell you anything about. Residue of something burn is ash, and ash is a type of wood, so double definition there. We've got the classic crossword land priest, Eli. First in theology is a T, and then one is I, and holy person is a saint, ST, which gives you an elitist, someone favouring best people. A gym apparatus is the trampoline, which I think is an anagram of leap on it, Mister. And mobile is your anagram indicator. The nerd so is an anagram of shortened. Wickly is your anagram indicator, and diminished is shortened. The pole on a ship is the topmast, a word I learned in crossword land, but gettable because in the afternoon is PM, tucked into hot food of toast. I love this clue. The name of a woman with bad breath. What a great surface that is. Bertha is obviously an anagram of breath. Bad is your anagram indicator, and Bertha is the name of a woman. Wine is maçon, provided when chap keeps company. So chap is a man with company inside it. And finally, trendy is inn. N for name gives you the pub, which is an inn. So there we go, all done. 10:28. What a great little puzzle from Izetti that was. Thanks for watching.